The boardroom of Al Zahra International Tower gleamed with glass walls, polished mahogany tables, and golden accents that whispered wealth and power. It sat on the 71st floor, piercing the clouds of Dubai's skyline. Inside, a tense silence loomed, like an uninvited guest, as the delegation from the United States fidgeted in their leather chairs. On the other side of the long table sat Sheikh Khalid bin Rashid Al Maktoum Stern, regal, wrapped in an immaculate white kandura, the golden eagle on his head glinting beneath the overhead lights. The deal was enormous $2.4 billion in renewable energy investments. Months of negotiations, diplomacy, and late-night Zoom calls had led to this moment. All parties involved had flown in executives, lawyers, interpreters, analysts. A single misstep would ruin everything, and they were misstepping. The translator, a well-paid consultant flown in from London, kept stuttering over key terms. Arabic words were twisted, formalities were lost. What Sheikh Khalid heard sounded less like a partnership and more like a veiled insult. His dark eyes grew colder with each mangled phrase. "I believe we have reached an impasse," he said in Arabic, rising slowly, his voice calm but final. Whispers broke out among his advisors. The American team panicked. The translator's face turned ghostly pale. The CEO of the American consortium, Daniel Whitmore, leaned forward urgently. "Your Highness, perhaps there's been a misunderstanding. Sheikh Khalid doesn't appreciate being told his country is insufficiently stable," the interpreter translated, or thought he did. That was it. The Sheikh's chair scraped back. He stepped away from the table. The silence was now absolute, heavy like thunder before the strike. His entourage rose with him. One bowed his head and muttered, "Let's go." And then came the voice, a woman's voice, soft, clear, and fluent. In perfect Emirati Arabic, "Your Highness, please forgive the translator." That was not what Mr. Whitmore meant. Everyone turned. She stood at the corner, unnoticed until now, wearing a gray janitor's uniform with a worn name tag that read, Layla. A mop rested in her hand. Her curly black hair was tucked under a faded cap. She looked no different from any of the other cleaning staff except for the fire in her eyes and the elegance in her words. Sheikh Khalid raised an eyebrow. "Who are you?" "My name is Layla Al-Husseini. I am part of the cleaning crew here, but I was born in Abu Dhabi. My father taught me classical Arabic. I studied linguistics before I had to leave school." She stepped forward. "Your Highness, what Mr. Whitmore meant was that America acknowledges the rapid progress the Amorites have made. He meant no insultingly admiration." The translator's phrasing was, ... unfortunate. The Sheikh did not reply immediately. He studied her, as though seeing something buried under layers of dust and expectation. "And how do I know you speak for him?" Daniel Whitmore, still stunned, stood up. "She's right," he said. "That's what I meant." "I apologize if it came out wrong. I don't know what else to say." Layla turned to him, switching flawlessly into English. "You can say that the Amorites are a trusted partner, that their leadership inspires global confidence, that you value this partnership not just for profit but for legacy." Whitmore blinked. "Yes, that's exactly what I meant." The Sheikh turned back to Layla. "You are very articulate for a cleaner." Layla's face remained calm, but her voice trembled with truth. "I clean floors, Your Highness, but that does not mean I cannot understand what is spoken above them." A long silence followed, and then the Sheikh did something no one expected. He smiled. It was slight, just the faintest upward curl at the corners of his lips. Perhaps we were too quick to end things. He returned to his chair, gesturing to his advisors to sit. "Please, let us continue." But this time, he looked at Layla. "I want her to translate." Gasps echoed. The official translator looked crushed, but no one dared protest. Layla was handed a seat. She took it with hesitation, then confidence. For the next hour, she moved between languages like wind through palms, gracefully, powerfully. Words found their rightful place. Intentions were honored. Dignity was restored. When the final contract was signed and pens clicked closed, applause broke out. Daniel turned to Layla, his eyes shining. "You saved the deal. You saved all of us." Sheikh Khalid approached her once more. "Where are you from again, Layla?" "Originally from Al Ain, but I've been in Dubai since my father died. Do you still wish to study linguistics?" Her breath caught. Yes, more than anything. He reached into his robe and took out a gold card. There is a scholarship. Fund under my foundation. Full ride. I would be honored if you accept it. Her hand trembled as she took the card. Your Highness. Thank you. No, he said gently. Thank you for reminding us all that wisdom does not wear a suit. As he left with his entourage, reporters and executives swarmed, but Layla slipped away quietly. She returned to her cart, her mop, her uniform. But something had changed. She was no longer invisible. In the city of glass and gold, where power ruled and language built empires, a woman with a mop had reminded them all of one simple truth. The right words, spoken at the right time, can change the world